All right, guys. Um, this says example 3. It's not right. It's example 5. So let's get through our last example for the first homework assignment of the week. Tomorrow on Tuesday, you've got more examples for second homework assignment of the week. You will be completing homework on Math Excel this week, homework 18 and homework 19. You're going to be solving systems of 3 today, and on Tuesday's assignment, you will be solving applications of 2 and 3, and this is a good lead into that homework. This is a system of 3 equations and 3 unknowns word problem, application problem. So, on a recent trip to the convenience store, you picked up 1 gallon of milk, 7 bottles of water, and 4 snack-sized bags of chips. Your total bill before tax, so no taxes included, was $17. If a bottle of water costs twice as much as a bag of chips, and a gallon of milk costs $2 more than a bottle of water, how much does each item cost? A, define each variable. We will do that in these 3 spaces. B, write the system of equations, and C, solve the systems. We will use matrices to solve the systems. So, how do I get started? Well, one thing I want to do is I want to look at for 3 variables, so which means I'm going to have 3 items, and you probably are way ahead of me. But it says you went to the store and you got 1 gallon of milk, you got 7 bottles of water, and you got 4 snack-sized bags of chips. So we want to know the price of milk, the price of water, and the price of chips. So I'm going to define X to be cost of milk. Okay, so cost of a gallon of milk. So I'm just going to write it in my space. Now, what I want you to know, though, is I don't want you just to write milk. X isn't just milk. X is the cost of each gallon of milk. So if you write just milk in the X slot, I'm going to deduct points on a test. You have to tell me what X actually stands for. Cost of a gallon of milk. Y, you got it, is the cost of a bottle of water. Okay, so write that in there. That doesn't take long. Yes, it takes longer than writing H2O or water, but we're not just, Y doesn't represent water. It represents the cost of a bottle of water. Finally, you're going to probably be way ahead of me, cost of a bag of chips. Okay, so now we have our 3 variables defined. What we want to do is we want to look for types of equations. We're going to put things together. Some of you have no problem with this. Some of you do struggle with this. So as I've taught you before, I'm always looking for a quality equation. That's my terminology. My quality equation is going to be something that puts things together, and in this case, adds up to a certain dollar value. I also look for quantity equations, okay? And my quantity equations might be, if I was doing a movie ticket problem or something of that sort, I might know that I had children, students, and adult tickets. So X plus Y plus Z, and I sold 650 of them. That would be a quantity equation. The quality equation in this case is going to be my very first equation with the $17. This one has a type of quantity equation, but it's really more of what I call a comparison equation. So you're looking for these types of equations in order to write your system. Okay, so let's get started. Let's think about equation 1. Equation 1 right now in this problem I think is the easiest because it says you picked up 1 gallon of milk, that's X, plus 7 bottles of water, that's plus 7Y, plus 4 snack-sized bag of chips, so that's 4Z, and it says that you spent $17. 17 buckaroos. So x plus 7y plus 4z equals 17. Equation 1's done. So now I need to look for equation in another equation that I can call equation 2. So in our second sentence it says if a bottle of water costs twice as much as a bag of chips. There is my comparison equation or quantity equation. So let's say, make it up. Water, what do you think? What does water cost? $1.50 these days for a bottle of water? Okay, $1.50. If that's true, then what's a bag of chips going to cost? Chips are going to cost 75 cents. Well, how do I know that? Because the water's twice as expensive as the chips. How do I write that algebraically? Well, y equals the water, and I would write that as 2z. Sometimes you guys mix these up and you want to write 2y equals z, but that would be doubling the water. We're doubling the bag of chips to get the cost of water. So what I need to do with this comparison equation I just wrote is put it in standard form, which means I'm going to subtract 2z from the right and 2z from the left. Okay, so on the left I have y minus 2z equal 0. Okay, that is equation 2. Y minus 2z equal 0. Equation 2. Okay, we need another equation. So let's take a look at the rest of our word problem. It says a gallon of milk costs $2 more than, important words here, more than a bottle of water. This one up here was twice as much. So more than, well, if I know, what did we say up there? We said water was equal to 150. Okay. All right. And then we came up with the chips was 75 cents. Well, if water's 150, then what milk going to cost? Milk is going to be, having trouble with my spelling. Good thing this is math class. Milk is going to be 150 plus 2, 350. You see how that works? Okay. All right. So how do I write that? I'm going to write another comparison equation. X is the milk, and it's equal to the water plus 2. Okay? So, again, I want to put it in standard form. So I subtract y from both sides, move it over. X minus y equals 2. Equation 3. X minus y equals 2. And we have our system. Okay, just like we've been doing the last couple of examples, we're just going to write our matrix up. And I want you to write this out as you do your homework. You will be turning your homework into me, emailing it to me. Schoology will get, on Math Excel, you can do Math Excel, but I want you to do your work on paper, and I want you to send it to me. 0, 1, negative 2. Why is this 0? Because there's no x value. And it's equal to 0. 1, negative 1, 0, and 2. So here's our augmented matrix. We're going to RREF it. And I put B down because my 3x4 is in B. Now, remember that when you go into matrices and edit and you choose your 3x4 matrix, you have to put all your values in. Remember, once you put them in, check. Mine's already input, okay? But check your columns to make sure your signs and your values are correct. Otherwise, you're going to have an incorrect answer. Once you do this, you quit it, you second mode, which is second quit, go to the home screen, and I just do second enter because it brings my last entry up, and RREF it. And when I do that, I find out that, oh, look at that, water's $1.50. Yeah, I chose a value that happened to be the correct value. I was just using it for demonstration purposes, and I happen to pick the value of water. So milk is $3.50 a gallon. Water is $1.50 a gallon, a bottle. And chips are equal to 75 cents per bag. Okay? As I said, homework is Math Excel, homework 18. Okay? You have 2 assignments a week from here to the end of the year. When you do a Math Excel homework, I am requiring you to write the problems down and show all necessary work and then send it in to me. Okay? And then just type your answers into Math Excel. Okay? But your work has to match your answers. All right? We will be doing worksheets. We're going to test next week, and I'll talk to you more about that, put up a video to explain what's coming for next week. But we're going to test over vectors and systems next week. It will be Math Excel. It will be timed, and I will be asking your folks to proctor it. That's it for today. Thanks.